Welcome back to the Be Ruthless show. I'm your host, Sam Ruth. I have another surprise live episode for you today. I want to start by acknowledging Veterans Day and thanking all of the veterans and their families for their service. It is not just the veterans, all of their families. I have so many clients who are impacted by the service and the time away that their loved ones are doing. So I want to acknowledge not just those in service, but their families and loved ones for all that they go through, not just while they are serving, but lifelong. So thank you. I want to talk about so many things today. The Healing Together Through the Holidays is coming up 3 weeks from today. And as I have been planning and preparing and doing so many things to acknowledge how we heal, so much is going on in this world. There was a serious loss. A 24-year-old on the Dallas Cowboys took his own life. The commissioner of the NFL passed away on Sunday. Major figures in the world get so much recognition, and there are people, everyday humans, losing people that do not receive publicity and fame and go through all of the same pain and suffering that celebrities and athletes and public figures receive. And we all need to honor and get the support that healing takes to get through any loss. And loss is not just death. Loss can be an injury. Loss can be moving. Loss can be a pet. Loss can be losing or changing jobs. Loss can be losing your identity, changing your world. There are so many things that we do not acknowledge, and loss starts at an early age. The reason I want to address this loudly and proudly is because, number one, the world doesn't even know there is a National Grief Awareness Week, and that's a huge problem. If they did, it could be on calendars. It could be acknowledged by more organizations, and there could be more support in this world for so many people silently struggling through the holidays when we see glitz and glamour and celebrations and holiday parties, and not everybody is up for it. A lot of people need support, and that is what I am making this event for, to give that support and to have resources now and all the way through all of these days. Veterans Day, National Grief Awareness Week. It is also World Bereaved Siblings Month. There are so many invisible awareness days the world does not know about. And so first and foremost, we're working on bringing the third Grief Hab Awareness Calendar with art designed by kids, teens, tweens, young adults impacted by loss and mental illness. Help us get this out into the world so these days are on all calendars. Pre-order the movement that I am creating as I have been talking about getting this Invisible Awareness Week out. It's not just about National Grief Awareness Week. The event is about all the invisible awareness days, weeks, months. But as I've been talking about that and how we heal, healing happens together. It's not about acting like we're fine while everyone else is celebrating. It's not about skipping a holiday party because we're not fine and we don't want to bring everybody else down, so we stay home and just avoid the party because we don't want to have our mood bring the cheer down, right? So how do we heal? How do we get through things? We heal together. We get through things together, and we're not taught that. We're not taught these things in school. We're taught math and history and English and science, but we're not taught how to heal. So first and foremost, it happens together. And that doesn't matter if you're in your pajamas or if you want to dress to the nines and come in formal wear. It's together, virtually or in person. But we will be talking about all the different ways you get through that, whether that's talking to someone like me in counseling, or whether that's healing through art and drawing a picture for a calendar, whether that's healing through writing, whether that's healing through nature. We'll be doing all of these things. But as I'm creating this event, I'm thinking to myself, This should happen all year. People need to heal together all year long. So in 2024, I had this program with one of my dear friends where we had monthly calls every month, and we did different types of healing. And I thought this needs to continue. So I am bringing you the Me First movement. We are going to have monthly calls where, first of all, Grief Hab is a nonprofit organization devoted to an entirely new type of grief and mental health support. With that, we have all different types of groups all week long and every holiday. So groups for all different types of loss, like I'm talking about: pet loss, suicide, traumatic loss, divorce, loss of a parent, loss of a child, divorce, and any and all, right? Loss of a job, bringing on someone to do a men's group, a young adult group, all of these things. And we will now be adding once a month a different type of healing group. The first call is going to be December 16th. We'll be then doing January, February, March, April, May with one of the guest experts from the event. Someone who will be doing Reiki virtually, so you can join from wherever you are. And we're going to be talking about how do we heal? How do we heal? We have to use our voice to heal. We have to take care of ourselves and make ourselves a priority. So the first call is just going to be about healing together, community, connection, having that safe place. We're going to go into the new year, and all of these invisible awareness days, weeks, months, right, have themes. So each call will have a theme, and we'll be talking about how to use your voice, how to take care of yourself, how to speak up, how to manage finances, how to manage your health, how to take care of your mental health, how to take care of your physical health, right? So as I have been encouraging everyone to get their free tickets to this event, virtually or in person, I have been saying pre-order this calendar. Why? Because these days are not on every other calendar. You can get your regular calendars that have Thanksgiving and Christmas and Valentine's Day and New Year's and Memorial Day and everything else, but they're not going to have Bereaved Siblings Month. They're not going to have National Grief Awareness Day. They're not going to have, let me just pull open, they're not going to have Childhood Depression Awareness Day, right? Which is in May. They're not going to have these days that Grief Hab has worked to put, and I call tirelessly organizations, schools, and say, will you hit edit and please add these days? If you have the power at your company, will you hit edit and please add these days? Please get the Grief Hab awareness calendar. Please pre-order your 2026 awareness calendar and join the first, I keep forgetting the name of it, guys. I just created it. The Me First movement. The first call is December 16th. You will get to continue to be a part of the community that you meet at Healing Together through the holidays. We will stay connected every month virtually. The speakers, the guests, on calls. It's powerful to see each other every month, to stay in touch, to see what's going well, to see what's not, to talk about the ups and downs, and to have the speakers work their magic. So who are you going to meet? Who will be part of this event? First of all, thank you to our partners and sponsors. Where are we gathering? Camp YMCA Hayawenta has two beautiful properties. They have obviously camps all over, but the boys' camp is at Torch Lake in northern Michigan, and we will be at Lake Arbutus in Traverse City, Michigan. Gorgeous, where I hung out all summer, not knowing that I was manifesting my dream here. Come visit us in person. You can stay on site with us, retreat style, all weekend, and experience mediums and Reiki work, in energy work, sound healing, meet Dallas and Denver, and get animal therapy, and have a tattoo designed in honor of someone or something you've loved or lost. You can do all of this virtually as well, but the magic in person is different. Don't worry about the weather. We're 12 minutes away from the airport. We just got some S words up here, the snow. We have transportation. We will have some local pickup and drop off spots and times. So if you're like me and you worry about driving in bad weather, we've got you covered, and it won't be back and forth all day long. There will be some prearranged times and spots, and you will be able to come participate in the magic. And the camp is our partner, Be More Offshore Racing. I need to tell you this story. They just went to the World Burning Man racing competition in Key West. And let's talk about loss. Let's talk about grief. Let's talk about life. They spend their life preparing and building engines and boat parts and everything for these moments, right? And if you've followed us and them and the posts, we have worked together and partnered and built our relationships, and they are so proud and worked for their moments, right? Thank you to the entire team. Chris, thank you for connecting and sharing your stories. You'll get to see him, meet him. He's going to be on the Be Ruthless show soon. But they get out there and practicing and doing all that they do, something happens and they have their engine, whatever, with boat breaks, crisis, right? And these are racing boats. This isn't something you can just go pick up at the local store. They have a high-tech special engine that couldn't just be replaced like that, right? And they worked, they tried, they repaired, they did what people offered. There were people there that offered to give them parts and things, but it's a special, unique engine, and it couldn't be done. So they couldn't compete and stayed, cheered on everyone else, participated in parades and rallies, and were in the pits and all sorts of things. And we're so proud to have formed this partnership. And so many people were calling and telling me stories, and with love and hate, right? When you are in the light, when you share your story, when you do this and put yourself out there, you open yourself up to it all. So I had people calling and saying, oh my God, we saw the boat. We saw your logo. How cool, amazing. Sending pictures, going to meet each, getting my business cards. There was someone who lost her sister 3 weeks ago and met the team and connected and contacted me and said, thank you for what you do. And just the amazingness of just seeing a logo, meeting them, connecting, being at a boat race, and immediately reaching out to connect with Grief Hab, right? And then others who have seen, heard, whatever, and did not see the boat because the engine broke and it could not participate in certain things, right? And talk about loss. They worked like athletes preparing for the Olympics. Their dream for world title shattered. And so they're grieving, they're devastated and going through their own other things in their personal lives, which is their story to share, but stayed and are cheering on the others. But I have other people calling saying, wow, just need to let you know, your boat's not here. Whatever you invested in, this partnership you paid for, your boat's not here. I just want to let you know you've been scammed. So thank you to everyone for all of the love and support. And thank you to everyone who poured into me saying, we heard that there was some crisis with the boat, sending all of the love and support, right? They didn't even know if it was the boat. They knew something happened and they said, sending all of the love to the Be More Offshore Racing team. Anyone else who just didn't see and went to the judgment family, Sam, we don't see your boat here. Something's wrong. You were scammed. We live in that world too, right? We live in a world where people jump to, you're lying, you've been scammed, you paid for advertising. And I guess we do live in that world. I think that realtors and banks and some people. So I just want to say thank you for those messages as well, because I appreciate each and every one. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the doubt, because I immediately I was like, oh my God, what happened? Because I knew about the boat, right? But I didn't know what events they could and could not be at. So I immediately wanted to reach out and make sure they were okay. And in this world, when you put yourself in any sort of public forum, you ask for it. And there are days that would have made me sob. And so I am proud of myself for the growth. I am proud of myself for knowing that those are signs from Jim to anyone else who is watching, listening, who gets the love, gets the hate. I want you to learn from me, right? Because there are times that would have made me sob, really, truly. The doubt, the hate, because Grief Hub has come really far, and we have come so far and announced big things, and we have so much more news to announce. And it's not about Grief Hub, it's about the support that we have to offer any and everyone struggling in this world. And that is our mission, that we want to be able to give people struggling any day of the year support, but we certainly want to give people struggling during the holidays support when it looks like you're supposed to be happy, when it looks like you're supposed to go to the holiday parties, when it looks like you're supposed to make everyone else feel okay because it's their party. I'm here to tell you that isn't how we heal. We don't heal by putting other people first. We don't heal by putting our feelings on a shelf and saying it's the holidays, so I'm going to suck it up and take care of you. We heal by taking care of ourselves, and we heal by doing what we need to do to get through it, even if that makes other people uncomfortable. That doesn't mean I'm going to give you the finger and say F you, but there are times I might say, I really do not care that me talking about Jim might bother you. If I do not talk about Jim, I'm not okay and I cannot function. So I need you to please understand that in order for me to survive, I need to talk about Jim. I don't do it to hurt you. I don't do it to cause you discomfort, but I do it because I need to keep his memory alive. And I do it because I need to keep him with me. And I do it because he's a part of me. So I hope that helps you understand and not think that I am doing it to cause you any pain. I am not talking about the worst day of my life. And I'm not sitting sobbing, asking anyone to feel uncomfortable. But I am going to tell you my favorite stories about him. And I am going to wear some of his wacky sweatshirts that are huge on me. They're not wacky. They're wacky on me because they're huge. And I am going to talk about him when the Lions are on. And I am going to continue, right? For my best interest. Those things need to be talked about in this world. Those are the things we're not taught in school that we need to be, right? Little kids need to know that they are allowed to talk about who they miss when they lose someone, a pet, when they move, when their friends move, that it's okay to say, I miss Tommy, Jenny, right? That parents who think it might make them feel worse, it's okay to have the conversations and say, do you want to talk about this? How does it make you feel? Let's ask questions and find out, because I have two nieces and they are completely different. One is more like me and one is more like my brother. And one doesn't really love the conversations and the other really doesn't love not having them, right? And so my brother thought, we cannot be like you, Sam. We cannot talk about Jim. My girls won't be okay. But he found out, that wouldn't work with one of them, right? Because Sam had to ask some questions and find out, and he's right with one of them. One of them can't handle too much of it. One of them has to deal with a little teeny bit of it for me, and we've discussed it, so she knows that I will talk about Uncle Jim in a playful way, very lightly with her, and more with my younger niece because she needs it and she gets it. And The other, who's older and more like my brother, doesn't want as much of it. She is less comfortable, right? But the younger is more like me, and my brother never would have known if he didn't allow me to be me, which wasn't allow. I could not have survived if I couldn't talk about Jim, right? So we need the space to find out who our little humans are, right? What do they need? If my youngest niece was not allowed to express herself her way, she would be struggling and having a harder time growing up, keeping things in, right? We don't want to put our discomfort onto other people that might not be like us. And so we have to find out what makes each person okay and what makes each person not okay. We all could feel anxiety, and we all could feel it relieved in a different way. And so I will tell you that healing happens together. And that doesn't mean we all heal the same way, right? Not everybody loves writing. Some people can't stand it, right? And even the people who enjoy journaling do it differently. So we have to find what works for us. Healing Together Through the Holidays is an interactive event where you get to find all different ways to heal that are not talked about in this world. Healing through nature is a real thing. Healing with animals is a real thing. So please, please let your friends and families know that there is an event during the holidays where you can attend virtually, in person. It's free. You will find all different ways to heal. It's not a funeral. And please let the world know there's a National Grief Awareness Week. Pre-order the 2026 Grief Hab Awareness Calendar. There's a tiny bit of time left. If you have tweens, teens that would like to express themselves through a picture, the only requirement is that it's horizontal so that it can fit in a calendar. There's really no rules. Draw a picture of someone, something that you have lost, and send it to me, sam@griefhab.org. Even if we don't use it, there is an event every year. This will be the second year in New Jersey at an art gallery where the art is displayed and kids get to talk about how they heal through art and the experience they have just sharing their feelings in a picture. It's a real thing. And so all of the speakers will be sharing their magic. They have free gifts to give, free resources, free communities. I've talked about who you will be meeting. God, there are some return speakers that are incredible. We have Jill McLennan, who is an end-of-life magical doula, and she has so many gifts. We have Ashley Holmes, who will not be in person. She's preparing something that you will get ahead of time. One of the before the event begins gifts that you will get in your mailbox starting the night before Thanksgiving, because the holidays have already started, right? She is an infertility expert and a yoga and energy type healer, and she will be giving you a recorded type of meditation and soothing, healing type of exercise. We have so many. I didn't prepare. I like to talk from the heart. We have Ian McCarter, who does beautiful work healing through the arts. He will be doing some music and sharing artwork. He makes gifts, portraits through ashes. He's preparing one for me of I don't know what it will be yet. Sassy and Jim together. He's so gifted and unbelievably talented. We have new speakers. We have some people in Traverse City, someone from NAMI. We have an amazing, wonderful woman named Heather from Single Mom, an organization called Single Mom I had not heard of. They're incredible and have wonderful in-person services in Traverse City, all multiple locations, but we've connected through Traverse City. So many beautiful opportunities to meet and experience all of the things I'm talking about virtually or in person. Let me talk to you about the virtual piece. If you're thinking December, the event is December 2nd through the 8th, National Grief Awareness Week. Well, I'll be working or I'm going to be out of town. The on-demand library opens November 26th, the night before Thanksgiving. It's available at your convenience. If you're available to attend during the event, 10 to 6, during those days that it's December 2nd through the 8th, you'll get to meet the speakers, have live Q&As, interact in some healing activities, raffles, silent auctions, things that are going on that you can't do in the library, but everything will exist there, and you can go back from November 26th until March, because December 8th, we still have to get through Christmas and New Year's, and some people have a hard time during Valentine's Day. So everything will be there. Each day, November 26th, I'll send you a talk in your email, the 27th, 28th. During the event, at the end of each day, give us about 24 to 36 hours, and those talks will be added to the library. So each day, new things will be added. And it will live there, like I said, until March. There's not enough resources in this world. So you'll have all the talks, all the gifts from the speakers. Get your free tickets now. Pre-order the calendar to join the movement. The first talk is December 16th, so that when the event ends, you still have the community and a call every month to continue your healing journey ruthlessly. Thank you for being a part of my world. It means so much for me to have you to reach out to vent to laugh with, to cry with. This was just my first birthday in Michigan, my first birthday without Sassy, my first snow with Denver here, and sharing it with you really means a lot. So I appreciate each email, each message, each text. You can reach out anytime, however you're comfortable. sam@griefhab.org. You can call me. All of the links are in the show notes, on my website, everywhere. Whatever way you're most comfortable, you can reach out. GriefHab is 24/7, licensed staff, so much more to share with you. Big announcements coming during the event. But I really do this because when I lost Jim, I did not receive a business card, a pamphlet, not a referral. And there are people who don't know where to go. If you reach out to me, you don't have to work with me. If you need a resource, I don't want people feeling like they're given homework, right? We do the work for you. 988, Melissa Bowman is on our board. She helps run that crisis line. If you need a resource, that's what we're here for. And we have so much more that we can't wait to share with you. Please get your ticket. Please share the event. People don't know where to go, what resources to turn to, how to find them. Even if you can't attend, you can go to the library. So please, please get your tickets, get your calendar, help us get these invisible awareness days and weeks out there. And until next time, always be ruthless.